Hello guys, I'm actually trying to test out this phone to see the quality of the video for a live stream. I think it's been maybe 4 or 6 months, so that people will know trading is still okay, very okay. Okay, I don't have another job I'm doing. Okay, no other job other than trading. AI, automated stuff that could do it for me every time. I've already had a great milestone. Sorry, my network is not that good here. Okay, sometimes it will just cut off. One of the reasons why robots on the robot so far. So for the bot, it works very well when it has to do with individual accounts. Okay, if I'm working on my own personal account, it's been trading and it's been doing fine. But for connecting to bulk accounts, other accounts, it did not do well at all. It has not been doing well. It has the same signal setups, it name whatever. It doesn't do well. Okay, so I've decided to pause it. In fact, I paused it in April. So I started observing. I had two main setups. One was for the continuation on the one that I had for everybody. Yes, baby. I'm doing video now. Okay, so the one I had before was working for individual account, was working fine. Okay, it had steady results. For I think the only time it experienced a loss was in June. Okay, in June it experienced a loss, but after then it's been very stable. Dollar, when I come inside, after then it's been very stable. But the one for the bulk trader, it wasn't stable. It was always recording losses. In fact, it was recording trades that were not part of the signal stuff. So what I did was to find out exactly whether it's the signal that wasn't appropriate. So I checked, but I think it was in June that I discovered that sometimes deriv, when they do their maintenance, some of these changes they have one or little effect on the strategy. So I reviewed it and I constructed a new signal setup for myself. Okay, meaning I constructed my own charts, my own table, but using only deriv price. Okay, I get their live price and I construct my own stuff to draft my own strategy so that the signal does not fail. Now, the signal that I also have on my signal service is using that setup. Since I discovered sometimes there could be, when they do their maintenance, you could have the beginning of a candle, which is supposed to be at the very beginning of every minute, right? 0 seconds. It could start from like 0.04. And mind you, this is deriv. I'm not doing MetaTrader trading. I'm not a long timer trader. I don't trade for hours. I don't trade and hold my trades for hours. We do this trade within seconds, within minutes, max highest maybe 3-4 minutes. That's how long we take our trades. So I cut it off. I had to cut off from their own setup and use my own setup. Now, so far for the robot, it's been stable for individual. Okay, if it's just an individual account, the result is okay. Okay, yes, probably maybe it's supposed to make 40% or 50% and it end up making 20%. That is still very okay. It's still profitable. Are you getting it? It's profitable. We are looking at overall results. Overall result, it's profitable. Individual, if the signal is connected to one account, as a signal to one account, signal to one account, not a signal supply 10 accounts, 20 accounts, 5 accounts. Supplying that 10, 20 accounts doesn't always have the best of results. So what I tend to do was to do a permutation from my own side of how I could get the best of the signals and make the one for bulk to do that trading. I think I started that this month. Yes, I started it this month for the bulk trader. So the people's account that are still connected to the robots, if they observe, they will see the trading are not much, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 trades per day, but the result has been consistent. So I've tried to see how I could get other people connected to the bots, but it's not been working. The only way that I see it works is if you, let's say for instance, you want to trade and you want to build a robot, then we build that robot to trade for your own account alone. Now, whether you now have your account, 5 other people's account trading at the same time, it doesn't have much effect on such accounts, okay? Because I actually also tried that for some of the accounts that were connected to the robot currently. I tried that and I see that it doesn't have any effect. It had good results. It had good results. Probably since it's been trading since the beginning of, whether on the 3rd or so was when I did it this month, it only had 1 loss. Okay, it had already made, like, it was trading with $5 and it had already made $15. Okay, it had already made $15. Then it had 1 loss. Whether yesterday or day before yesterday, it had 1 loss. Now, that is for bulk. Now, this thing may take time, and you know it has to be a forward testing. It's not a backward testing this thing, because they usually change it. They usually change it. So that's why I'm giving an update as regards the robot. For bulk, I'm still working on it. For plenty people at the same time, I'm still working on it. But for individual, if you want your account to be connected, I'll create your own server for you. You have your own server, you have your own access, you do your own thing. Anytime you want your bots to be trading for you, you can set up that time for your own to be trading for you. And it's quite productive, most especially when you aim for, like, maybe let's say 10% per day. I had okay, I'm conscious of the kind of information I release anyway, so I'm trying to look at the one I can release. Now I have 3, but I'll talk about 2. Now, I have one that is trading 10%. The one that is trading 10% has been trading since 2020. It's been good. In fact, it's been good to the extent that at a point, I increased my trading stake to like 1,000, but there was a time I was in need of money, so I had to withdraw that capital and I reduce it. So the target is it's making like $10 every day. Now it's been trading and it's still trading. It's still trading 10%, and it's very efficient. Okay, you want to see? Let's say you have, like, you're staking $100, you're making $10 every day. For 30 days, you would have made $300, meaning guaranteed you are making $300 every month. You are not afraid. I'm not afraid of that one. In fact, I don't even touch it. I don't touch it. I don't adjust it. I don't whatever. The only time I think I adjusted when the barrier offset was modulated from deriv. So I had to adjust it because I only wanted to do just one trade. Just one trade. We close. That's it. Just one trade. So when they were even doing all those, their upgrade, maintenance, whatever, it didn't affect it because I only constructed it with just the price action. Okay, so that was why I discovered they cannot affect something that is developed by you, not on their own server. If it is not on their own server, you are okay. So that works fine. The second one deals with 20%. 20% was working fine, but one or two times it will experience a loss. Okay, because it's doing, it does not just one, maybe 3 trades, 2-3 trades, and it's the target. But it's okay. But it's not as stable as the last. The third one, nah, I don't want to talk about the third one. The third one is my secret weapon. Is the backup of the backup of the backup. Okay, but this is what I can recommend for you. You want to trade personally. You want to build a robot to trade for you. I can build any robot with it on any strategy. Any strategy, as long as you are dealing with, I'm not talking about he. I can build an he, but I'm not talking about he. That expert advisor. I'm not talking about expert advisor. I'm not talking about trading on MetaTrader. Okay, long time, all those long trades. I don't get patient for that. Anything that has to do with options, whether IQ option, expert option, derivative option, you have to execute trade, live trade, per second trade. Hit me up, message me, WhatsApp me. We'll talk about it. I'll build it for you. Okay. I've been able to develop myself to be able to build from scratch for anybody. Okay, for anybody, not just for myself. Now, what I've built for myself over time, I've come to realize that sometimes you need data, and you need to have your own data outside the platform, your data that you can analyze. So over the years, I've had storage of data that I've analyzed. I've come to understand this one does not work, this one works, this is how they change it. Sometimes they tweak it like this, tweak it like that. All I do is to take small percentage, chop small. Now, if you want to trade personally, you want to try out my robot, the first recommendation I will do for you is this. If you want to try out my robot, you want to know if it works or not, chat me up. I'll connect you. You test it for a week. Okay? This is on one-on-one, not bulk. I'm still working on the bulk. I have not abandoned it. I'm working on it. I'm allowing it to flow on its own based on whatever there is. I'm not trying to work with past record. I've done past record version. It doesn't work. Okay, because they change it. So, but I've come to realize that if you're doing personal, one-on-one, maybe you decide to pick, I want my robot to be trading in the morning before 12 a.m. I mean, before 12 noon. You should have done the trade for the day. Yes. If you want it to be trading in the evening, no problem. Or you want it to trade anytime. Or you want it to trade only one trade. You are okay. Something that is highly guaranteed. You want to trade and you want to be very profitable, even with my signal setup. And you don't even want to experience any loss. You want to have confidence in building your portfolio. The smaller your target, the better your chances. Somebody will say, what would 5% or 6% do for me? Let me tell you what 6% will do for you. 6 times 10. 6 times 20, 120. Times 30 is 180. It means you can make 1.8%, 1.8 times whatever you are staking. It is better than trying to make all the money in the world. It is better. I've traded before, morning to evening. I've made profits, and at the end of the day, I've lost it. I'm now trying to make it back with small money. I've all had different experiences. And I believe many of you would have had similar experience. But you want to set all that aside. Set out for small take profits. Oh, it's the sweetest and the easiest to achieve. I'll give you an idea. Whether touch, whether rise and fall, whether whatever, you try and do just one trade per day and forget you have done trading. Do it for 10 days and you will see the peace you are going to experience. But the challenge is that many people don't like doing that. Do you know the reason why? You start calculating. Okay, let's say 10% for a day. I'm making 10% every day. Okay, let's say I have $100. If I'm making $13 every day, that's because I have $100, right? Then the person will start calculating. What about if I now lose that $100? Hey, it will take me 10 days before I make it back. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. The possibility of you losing on that one trade, the possibility is like 2% out of 100%. It's rare. In fact, the setup that I've done, I've even tried to eliminate the possibility. I said I've been using the bus since 2020. That was when I left office, stopped going to office. I had it first on S-Robot mobile phone like this, okay? It was on my mobile phone. So from mobile phone, I placed it on server. Still as a phone on server. But when I started learning about developing, coding and stuff, I was able to program it. I made it into a simple code. Okay, I have it on code, then modified it to do various permutations before even trade. Do various permutations before we get to do the actual trade, so that the trade you are doing is accurate, you are on point, because you are only trying to do one out of, let's say, 500 signals that are coming every day. You are only looking for one. You see, out of touch. Now, the reason why I prefer those two options is because it allows you quicker opportunity to exit the market. Okay? I don't have to do another thing. It's either I win or I lose. So I'm not trying to say, for touch, I can exit. Okay? Maybe it's taking too long of a time, it's not pulling through, I can exit. Or it's going opposite direction, I can exit. There is an exit option for touch. But for goals outside, if it is higher than 2 minutes, there is an exit option as well. But if it is 2 minutes exactly, there is no exit option. Now, if you as a person want to trade, you want to start trading, you don't have strategy, you don't have anything, you want to start. You see, my recommendation for you will be this. Start with 1 IX, 2 trade per day. See, it is not about what you need or what you want to make. If I want to start trading with 5,000, 10,000, I can, but I can't afford such. Okay, I can, but I cannot afford such. The reason is that as long as I'm still doing some building some stuff, doing some things, drafting some things, trying to test something or so, I don't do all that. The reason is because trading is psychological. Okay, everything we do is recycling. You look for signal, you place your trade, you either win or you lose, you react to your results, you do the same thing and do the same thing over and over again. And now, if you want to start trading, you should be very objective. Set an objective for yourself. I want to start making $5 per day. Once you hit your $5, close. Yes, there is still more opportunity to make more. Leave it alone. Okay, leave it alone. You still have, let's say you still have opportunity to make another $5. Leave it alone. Reason is this: if you cannot stick to your principle or your plan, you are not going to make money from the market. Okay, I'm still trading today because I stick to my principle. There are times I don't even follow it. I forget myself. Okay, and most times when I do so, I'll pay for it. And you that you want to start trading, you should learn to do the same. You should learn to do the same. If you are trying to trade and you discover that, oh, the target I want is too small, I need a bigger target, then you need a bigger capital. If you don't have big capital, start small. Start with what you have. Right now, earning in dollar is a big thing. Earning in dollar is a big thing. If you are making money in dollar, you will not complain about Nigeria economy. In fact, you will be excited. You'll be checking every day as the exchange rate gone up. Has it gone up? Let's say you have $100 now. You have $100, and last year it was like maybe let's say 50,000. Right now, $100 is like 150, 160k. Are you getting it? It's like 160k. Are you seeing it? So imagine you made $200. That's 300k. 20,000. You made just $200. That's 320,000. So if you want to earn big, you need to have, yes, I'm coming. You need to have capital. Okay, but let's say you don't have big capital, you have small capital. You can start small. It doesn't mean you cannot start. But you see, your earning is going to also be small. So if something works, what you need to do is to first try it. Try it for a period of 1 month. See how stable. See the result you can get consistently. That's why I'm not in a hurry for the bulk bots. Okay? I'm not in a hurry for it, because if I can get the same result for like 2-3 months, then I'll know, oh, it's been stabilized. Based on the new update I've added to it. I've added new update to it, and I added it at the beginning of this month. So a month is not enough for me to discover whether it's working or not. No, if this month it did well, next month it did well, and the next month after it didn't do well, that means something is wrong. It's not working as I wanted. So I need to allow it time to actually work. Now, for those who want to try out my signals, or you want to trade, you've seen some of the trades I've been doing recently, and you want to do the same. Start small. Okay, start small. First, you can try out the same signal. Okay, I've actually updated. I'm still going to update it. I want to add one more index to it. I had 50, 100 RDBA. What I've observed about RDBA is that occasionally, it's only when the percentage is high that I like to trade it. Okay, it's only when the price is below like 950 or 920, then the price is going to be worth trading. So most times it's always during the day, and I like trading very early in the day. So it's one of the reasons why I'm even thinking about removing it and putting another one. So I'm going to probably put 100 is already there, 50 is there. I'm going to put 25. I don't know if I should add 10. Okay, but I'll try and see if I can add 10 and 25. Now I'm also going to update and add, I've already added it to the same way, the one you see in my video. I've added it just like as it is. I've added it to my signal setup. You will see it as a faith signal. That's the same one I am using. Okay, I prefer to use goes outside to trade. I don't like, and I trade for like 6%, 6.5%. Once I get 6%, 6.5%, I'm okay. Anyone that gives me such, I trade it. Once the signal is available, I trade it. Now, if you also want to do that, you can get to do that. Okay, all you need to do is just structure it out. Look at the one you want to take, but my recommendation is this: do not overtrade. Do not do plenty. Now, the only reason why I think I experienced a loss last week Is it this week? Yes, the beginning of this week was because I overtraded. And it was because I was even trying to record. And normally I'll do 3-4 trades depending on the percentage. If the percentage gives me higher, I trade 3. If it gives me lesser, I trade 4. So once I've done 4, I'm okay. If it's lesser than 6.5, if it's lesser than 6, I trade 5, just to meet my target of making like 30%. Once I hit my 30% or 25%, I close. Now you can do the same. Test my signal out. You can test it out with as low as 1,000 naira. Okay, you can test that with as low as 1,000 naira. Test it for a week, see how it is. If it works for you, fine. Pick whichever one you want to pick. You want to pick touch. I do touch. I like touch. I like touch and goes outside. Those are the ones I really major on, and those are the ones my signal covers. So anybody can do it. Anybody can trade it. Anybody can rock it. I'm coming now. I'm coming. I want internet for you. I want the internet for you. I don't hear. So that's how it works. Slow, steady, you can make your profit. Imagine you want to start making money and you do not have enough capital. Let's say, for instance, all the money you have, let's say right now, let's say you want to start trading business and all the money you have is like 50,000 naira. If you have 50,000 naira, first let me ask you, what is 1% of 50,000 naira? 500 naira. Yes, 500 naira. So what it means is that you should be expecting, probably if you want to trade in a day, to make like 500 naira. Now 500 naira is less than, it's like making maybe 0.35 or let's say 0.4 cents. Okay, let's say 0.4 cents. That's 500 naira. So your whole 50,000 is not up to your whole 50,000 is just like $30 or something. So let's say all your money, all your capital is $30. You want to earn. You should not start aiming too big. What you should start aiming at doing is, okay, can I make from this $30, can I make 50 cents? 50 cents is still okay. It's still adorable. It's still okay. Can I make like 50 cents every day? So if I'm going to be making 50 cents every day, if I'm going to be trading with, let's say, $5, I'll be targeting to make 10% of that $5. That is a good target. So all you need to do now is to get the right signal to make that 10% and you are done. Make your target, you close. But you see, the challenge why a lot of people are not able to do that is because you are not thinking about the process of the trading. You are thinking about the money you need for your services, for your finances, for your expenses, for your responsibilities. That's not the way you should take trading. If you want to make money, you want to sustain yourself, you want to be able to be profitable, look at it as a business. First, learn the rope of the business, learn the do's, the don'ts, how to do this, how to do that. When you know how to do this and that, then you now start implementing what you have learned, doing it day by day. That's how you cash out. You cannot just suddenly say you have $30. Now you want to start trading with, let's say, $10, and you want to make $10 every day. Your risk is too much. What you are trying to do is, I'm going to be risking $10 to make $10. You only get to do it 3 times, and you are out. Okay, you are off. But you see, when you break it down, you hit smaller targets, smaller. The platform is also aware. They know. That is why you go for training. That is the whole essence of the training that I offer people. But when I discover that most of them don't listen, even when you are telling them, or you even say, okay, let's do 10 days trading challenge, they will participate first 3 days. Afterwards, they are no longer doing it. They are no longer responsible. They are no longer responsible for their actions. They want swift result, fast results. They overtrade, overdo it. You tell them, don't overdo this thing. This is your learning phase. Whatever you do this period, you will master. So when somebody is telling you, don't overtrade, just do 2 max. You're starting for the first time, or you have been trading before, you have experienced losses, now you want to start all over again. The problem is not the strategy. The problem is not your capital. The problem is you not following the rules, sticking to the rule. All you need to do is start small. Okay, if you are going to be doing 3 trades, you want to do 3 trades. Who sent you? You've not even done 3 trades for 1 week. The next week, you already upped it to 10. But I can bet you by the time you are done, in 6 months' time, you are not going to be trading again. Okay, yes, because you will make profit, and you would have been enticed by the profit you are making. You will impute a lot of money, your investment into it, and then as a result, you are going to lose all the money. Why? You don't have a routine. You don't have a trading routine. Huh? Is it full? Yeah. Okay. Tell your mommy to come and off it. Okay, guys. I think I have to go now. I have to end this video. Okay. Before I go, if you want to start small, you have not even traded before. You have been trading before. You've had issue.